One of the most important things for me in terms of decorating my space was that I was dealing with a really modern, clean sheetrock box with a lot of glass. And so I wanted to give it texture and warmth and layers so that it felt modern and sophisticated and it represented my style, but it really feels like home. So one of the things that I always tell my clients is that you really want to surround yourself with all of the things you love. Your children, your animals, your friends, and of course all of the beautiful and interesting things along the way. Some high, medium, and low that work together in concert and tell your story. My favorite part of the living room space is that it has incredibly high ceilings, which I love, a wall of glass, so there's a ton of light, which is a commodity in New York. And I just love this sort of open space, living, dining, open kitchen, elevator opening right into the apartment. It's really a great space to entertain in, as well as relax when I get home from a long day. A trick that I love to employ is using really big art pieces, big mirrors, bringing the eye up. I love the idea of making a big impact in a smaller space. One of the pieces in my house that I get the most questions about is definitely the artwork in my dining room. It was a painting that was my grandparents, that my grandparents gave to my parents, and my parents gave to me. I don't think I would have chosen the piece, but I love it. It's an English Victorian painting. It is really a beautiful piece, but I needed to personalize it, modernize it, and bring it into my life. I took card detailing tape, and what I did is I actually honed in on the two women feeding the birds, and then on both of their faces, and it's really like the aperture of a camera going ch-ch, ch-ch. Another DIY trick that I absolutely love, if you're not finding the artwork that you really love, you can always make something that you actually gravitate towards and that you love and that inspires you, and put it in a fabulous frame that's a little bit unexpected, and bam, you have great new art. Here's a great tip. When you're designing your bedroom, always think about the first thing you're gonna see in the morning and the last thing you're gonna see at night. So make sure it's something that you absolutely love, makes you happy, brings you joy, and puts you in a good space. The three design elements that I absolutely love in my bedroom are my 4-poster Marshall Street bed, the mobile that hangs above my bed, which kind of makes it feel a little bit like a crib, and also the really oversized piece of art that's a painting of the ocean. I'm absolutely a water person. I love to be around the water, on the water, seeing the water, and it really makes me feel like I am just completely zenned out and relaxed, and it is true perfection after a long day, or a great way to sort of start your morning.
I love that you teach so much about how you manipulated art choices and playing with scale, how you have oversized items in small spaces.
It's interesting, having these sort of big volumes and lots of glass and high ceilings, it's really nice to create these intimate moments. And, you know, one of the rooms that I'm in right now that we really didn't go into because it's really their space, is sort of like, this is my sort of den, sort of family room, because this is my family. And this is where I watch TV. And it's the smallest space in the apartment, but what I love about it is that I can use it as a guest room. They're in here all day. When I come home, the three of us sort of hang out in here. If I have a friend over, we're watching, you know, television or doing something. This is a great intimate space. It feels very internal, and I love that. And we all have those smaller spaces. Very often we have a guest room or a den or something, like a little room that maybe only gets used every once in a while. And it's great to give it multiple purposes so that you actually engage that space and it works for the way that you live. And you're using all of your square footage. I mean, I have little tricks like the bookcase behind me. There's like a weird little niche in the room, which a lot of small spaces have closets that are built out and things like that. That really feels like a built-in kind of bookcase. And then I used a piece of a sectional sofa from my furniture line that actually functions as like a small sofa for me and friends when we're watching TV, or me and the dogs, as well as it's a great twin bed when I have extra guests that needs a place to crash. It's a multifunctional space for me, and I use it pretty much every day. I think when you're looking at the rooms in your house, especially now, we've gone through this sort of unusual time in history where we're all looking for ways to make our homes more multifunctional, really use every square inch that we have, because our homes are really, you know, they have to perform for us at so many levels.